good use of springs. There we go. Pair of deers. No stags.
There's another one at the top.
Huh?
You can't see it. It's climbing up.
Alright. Meh. There's another one. Or two.
And three.
Maybe three, yeah.
Is to the side.
Another one. Not a stag though. There's some more. Three. Four. That's a good use of a tree stump. Size some of them trees. There's another lock behind the trees. This is the lock at Torridon. And Land Rover have a colour called Stornoway Grey. We're very close to Stornoway Island. And you can see why there's loads of greys. I bet it gets icy here. JCB. This looks like something out of Jurassic Park. Like a prehistoric landscape. Hear the engine rattling. Proper driving road, snaking off through the valley. I'm sure they filmed Top Gear up here. See what this is like. It's empty. It's a huge dam. There's not much water behind it. A Manitou there with a man basket. Near the harbour. In wherever we are.
Ullapool, I think. Ullapool.
Ullapool, wherever that is. I don't know where we are, but it's that another lock, a little castle. The ruins as well. Gardavet Castle. The side of this lock. Down this path and get a better picture for you. It's a bit windy. I'm no expert, but I would say all that gravel and sand is washed up there because there's grass underneath it in that last storm the other day. There's like, I don't know, there must be 400 or 500 ton of it. You think how big a wagon full of sand is tipped out? It's all where it's been like lapping the waves. I'm gutted as well. We passed a sign saying otters crossing the road, and the picture of the otter looked like a dinosaur, and I thought there'd be one in the other direction that I was going to take a picture of. Anyway, we've driven for about 30 miles now, not seen another one, which is a bit of a shame because it looked quite funny, I thought. Nice bridge over all that. It's briefly stopped raining. So we are at the Smile. 20 past 1 and we've got how many miles to go? 119. Bit of discrepancy, that says 111, that says 119. I think that'd be an amazing view if it wasn't grey. There's some cows. They might not be Highland cows, but they're definitely in the Scottish Highlands. I think the church needs a new roof. Beach. All that seaweed that's washed up. Use that as fertiliser. Last tractor there mucking out. Time to swap drivers. The sea's got a blue tinge to it, and I'm sure it'd look even bluer if the sun would break through. It's quite barren in places though. Looks to be some sort of fish farm there. Doesn't look as blue on the camera. Well, the boat does. Straight from the sea into mountains. Look at that island. It's got like a little bunker in it. Like something out of a Bond film. It's not raining, it's dull. Got a mass here with a dump trailer on it. Getting loaded by a Kubota digger. Road's proper dug up. Volvo digger as well. Ooh, little 2CX. Oh no, it's an air master because it's got an air compressor on the back. Cattle grid, now a bridge. That is the bridge that we just come across. See it. Now we're going up the hill. Where's this sign say now? North Coast Viaduct, John O'Groats. It's 57 mile. 30 miles west of John O'Groats, and I can see that. I don't know if it's a power station or some sort of oil terminal. Someone will know, no doubt, that's watching. But it's the first bit of civilization we've seen for a while. Bit of a stubble there. Got some arable farming going on now. 21 miles from John O'Groats. Made it to John O'Groats despite the bad weather. So we're going to go and have a look at that tomorrow. Here's a video of some tractors, just so you get your fix today, and also a Chester update. So yesterday we looked at the 1455. Today we're going to look at this, which is a 4494, and why I've got that. When I was about even smaller than when I was when the neighbour had a 1455, we used to go to Burgess's, which was a case dealership, and in the back of the parts depot was a shelf, and on it was a couple of model tractors, and one of them was this sort of generation case. It wouldn't have been a 4494, it would probably been a bigger model, because the 4494 was never sold in the UK. I think it was white originally with red wheels, sort of following on from the David Brown and the case era of case. Anyway, this particular tractor, they've always been rare, and the later ones were red, the earlier ones were all white, and the bigger models had a Scania engine in the bonnet, bulge on the top of the bonnet, and it's just a desirable tractor to me, because being a kid, looking up and seeing them, wanting one, because you always want a big tractor when you're little. This came up for sale only a couple of weeks, no, maybe a month or so after someone decided that YouTube was going to start collecting tractors. So I started bidding in the auction. I didn't at all expect to win it. I bought it really well, I think. Not only that, I got it back pretty cheap as well, because Campus put the sticker on the bonnet, which I'm going to have to take off. I'm really sorry, Rich, but I'm going to have to take it off because I don't want it staining the paintwork, but we'll leave it on for a bit. But he had a wagon not far from the auction site and brought it back up the country, I think 200 odd mile, I think it might have been, for a steal. So that was brilliant. Anyway, bid it on the auction, won it on my final bid. I thought I can't really afford any more than that, but that's what I'll go up to. Anyway, that was the bid that won it, luckily. It's obviously American built machine. It's not really had a lot done to it. It's dead tidy. Someone's obviously shot blasted and painted the wheels, which makes it look even better. I may do something with the roof, but the reason I bought it was it's just an iconic tractor. It's rare. I didn't realise either at the time that when I bought it, it was possibly the only one in the UK, and up until now I still think it is. No one can tell me any different. The only thing that lets it down ever so slightly is the force coming off the door. maybe I can get someone to make me a sticker for the door. I don't know, but then that'll make it look a bit more original. Typical thing like the other one, I told you this the other day, lights have faded, so I will sort that out. But otherwise, I don't think I need to do anything to it. Oh, the roof linings fell off the sunroof, so I'll glue that back in. But it's just a dead straight, genuine tractor. The tyres on it, immaculate. Will we use it? Probably not. We've obviously got some modern machines over there that have got warranty on them that we'll use for the main work. But it would be nice to have it on the rollers and possibly put it on the baler. The problem with putting it on the baler is I think we need air brakes for the baler to stop it, and the air on the baler also blows the knotters, but I'm not sure whether it's just the compressor on the baler to do the knotters or it takes the feed off the air brakes of the tractor. It probably has its own compressor, thinking about it. Well, that's a bit quieter now, then fans have gone off. But it just looks awesome. I mean, if you walk in the shed, it just has a presence. When you know, we're looking at it next to the MB track and the 1455, and someone joked the other day that said Robins look like a scraper tractor. It does look quite small, that Maxim, despite again when I was small and being big. Yeah, that's Robin's tractor. He's doing that up, but it's just massive, and I think it looked really good with the contract part next to it as well. It sounds awesome. It's rare. It's special because it's rare. It's in really good condition. I found quite a lot of its history. I believe it came into Ipswich docks. I think Richard Parris might have imported it, still to be clarified. It spent a bit of time, I think, in Leicester, and then a private collector had it for a couple of years before it ended up in the auction with the Versatile that was parked next to it. The Versatile, I don't know where that's gone. That went for really big money. But yeah, that is how I came to have a Case 4494. I did think if I couldn't find one, maybe in a year or two, or when the world's not as mad, I would have maybe travelled overseas, Canada, America, whatever. Gone looking at a few of them, imported one back in, but shipping and everything is ridiculously expensive at the moment. There's all sorts of tax implications as well of doing that. But luckily I managed to find one, if not the only one in the UK. Bid on an auction, which also is nice because it means you've not paid, I just have to swap arms with my arms like it means you've not had to pay over the odds, if you will. So if someone was prepared to pay pretty much the same that I was prepared to pay in the auction, it was on iBid where you have to register first, so it's not as widely known auction sort of site. So there could be someone in the UK that still wants this more than I did, but for now it's living here, and I think it looks great. And if we open a museum, it will. We also may take it to the village hall for the Christmas tractor run, because it won't do the tractor run, but we could definitely decorate it and leave it at the village hall, and maybe a few of the others afterwards for people to come and have a look at the following week after the tractor run on the 19th of December. But that's the case. Actually, this wouldn't be a complete tour unless I showed you inside the cab, and apologies if you saw this last weekend or the weekend before, whenever it was. I can't remember when I did this video, but inside the cab, just something's missing off here. I think it should have a bit of carpet on it. Big step in. I think someone has possibly changed the seat. I don't think that's the original seat. I think it could be out of a truck. It's an air seat, so you turn the ignition on, it sets to your weight. That's the really comfy seat. The steering wheel goes up and down by pressing a little pedal down there. Dashboard is a digital dashboard. All seems to work, and then you've obviously got your 4-spool valve controls there and the gears there. So you've got 1 to 4 and then a 3-speed power shift, and then a hand throttle. It's just up there, the roof lining is missing. But yeah, that is the case. Oh yeah, and there's a proof of the calendar as well, just one of the pages.